Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Hello everybody and welcome
And
to
the mood
today's
is
match.
boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
And this is now today's lineup.
This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course. So with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
And we're underway. Luis Araujo. Foden. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And that is out of play. It's a really well-measured ball. He has found the way through. Luis Araujo. Now it's Kane. Now it's Foden. Now it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Great vision.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And that is expertly dealt with.
This is the time you need that pace.
Now it's Messi. Nicely aimed pass. And the shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
He is just caressing the ball. Well, there's the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Luis Araujo. Foden. He's in a great position here. And he welcomes it in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. That is ended up in no man's land. Tries to pass it through. Malaysia are looking lively here. They're playing with more zest, more purpose.
They are, and it's all because of the movement we're seeing down the flanks, and I think they look as if they're going to cause some real problems to that opposing defence. Both flanks are working quite well now.
Now that looks a decent ball. That's the throw. Bastoni. Fagioli. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. 15 minutes till half-time. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Could move up a gear here. He's under a lot of pressure there. That's a good run down the left. DiMarco. And he's whipped it across. And he's gone looking for safety. In towards the back. It's a mighty effort! Deftly away. Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
Malaysia have the chance to go the other way. Looking for the run. Now it's DiMarco. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. He's in plenty of space here. Could try cutting inside here. Out to the left it goes. And that has been clubbed away.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
That looks a good ball through. He's got away. That's tidy. Shoots!
Luis Araujo really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. And we are up to the break.
Myanmar really did turn up the tempo at the end of the half, and while they'll be disappointed not to have broken through, obviously, the chances will come, provided they can keep producing good spells. It's been a half with significantly more positives than negatives, I feel.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time.
Welcome our players to the field.
There's the start of the second half.
Myanmar clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Goes for a shot! They've done it! The second half sparked straight into life. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Harry Kane! Harry Kane!
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And he's picked it up out wide. Real chance here. There's the shot! Foden. Luis Araujo. Nicely spread. Showing good feet. Drives it in. He's done well to get that clear.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? And now they can spring out of defence. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for...
Tries a shot! And that is wildly off target.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Substitutions taking place.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he's going to inject a nice bit of pace into that front line, Peter, so I can see him making those runs in behind.
So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. And the score is 1-0. Fagioli. Luis Araujo. And it's Messi. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Malaysia finding their passes. Can he get on the end of this? It's a promising position. Luis Araujo. Foden. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. That's good running with the ball. Great chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution.
Couple of changes then in quick succession. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now a sudden chance to counter. Can he get it through? And that could set him on his way. Chance for a shot! There's the shot! He has done it! There seemed no way back, but they are level. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Malaysia really will be annoyed. They failed to make anything of their lead, and it's so typical that this happens.
Shifted it to the flank. Now, can they get him away? No way through. And the shot! Well, that is commitment to the cause. And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Oh, unlucky. There's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Opts for safety. Passing is crisp and sharp. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
He's looking wide. Kane. Now it's DiMarco. Fagioli.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Now it's Messi. He's through here. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And here's Messi. And Messi! Goal! And surely that's the winner! You don't keep those outs. He just knew.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Number 18, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though not quite able.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Number 27, Bruno Henrique.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And he's picked it up out wide. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Good ball, good take. Chance to deliver. Terrific header! Oh, it's hit the post! Not too much more here than seeing out time. And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Kane picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Everybody standing for the national anthem of Italy. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
This guy, Sandro Tonali, was being touted as being one of Italy's greatest midfield talents. Remember the season he got a side promoted into the Italian top flight, 17 years of age, I think, and he was the mainstay in a team at that early age, playing in virtually every game and dictating the play. He stands out, doesn't matter how old he is.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. So off we go then. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And this is Messi. Now it's Kane. Cleared without hesitation. Chooses to go cross-field. Politano. And that interception was most necessary. Foden. Foden.
That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern coach's mindset.
Raspadori. Locatelli. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Politano. Barella. Locatelli. Played out to the left flank. Tries to play it through. Can he get it through? He's having a shot! In for the pieces! Goal, Italy! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Numero 25.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Foden. Foden going face-to-face with his great rival. Tonali.
Myanmar really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Now it's Keane. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, such a clever touch. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Barella makes the interception. Keane is onto this. Out to the right. Politano tries a measured ball. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Fagioli. Messi played out towards the right wing. Messi. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
More and more pressure on the ball here. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's a dangerous ball.
Raspadori really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
He's in a great position here. Politano defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Fagioli. Now it's Messi. That ball looks a good one. Donnarumma claims comfortably. Now it's Messi. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And that has been clubbed away. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Calafiori. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. Foden. Fagioli. Udogi has given away a free kick. And it's Fagioli. Tries a deft little ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Calafiori clears it away. Great vision. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Tonali. Distributed tidily. That's Politano. And it's Barella. Here's Locatelli. Udogi. Udogi goes hurtling down that left-hand side. Barella drives it in. And the half-time whistle goes. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
That's the start of another 45 minutes.
Myanmar really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on every...
There's the shot! It's a goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Bastoni with the clearance. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Played in deep. And the ball is out of play. DiMarco. Kane. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's made its way to him. Keane showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Spread it left, and it's Udogi. That's a good ball out wide. Foden.
Myanmar have clearly reached a level of comfort in this half. Why not use the impetus to plough on?
Now it's Keane. Takes a shot! So we've reached the hour mark.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
And that little bit of skill has got him away. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, it looks like they just want to introduce a new focal point to the attack.
Numero 14. Viene sostituito con il numero 9.
Di Lorenzo. Bastoni. Di Lorenzo. And it's Locatelli. Now Tonali. Udogi. Tonali. Raspadori. Barella. Oh, good spread. Politano. Now it's Retegui. Raspadori! Fagioli. Now it's Messi. Luis Araujo. Locatelli. Now it's Raspadori. Now it's Retegui. Bastoni kept his eye on it, and he's there. Locatelli. Now it's Retegui. Now it's Raspadori. Played back in. And it's Udogi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Sostituzione per l'Italia. Numero 15.
Italy making another change here.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot.
Retegui!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Calafiori, 75 minutes played.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
And he cuts out the supply. Tonali. He's looking wide. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner.
Attenzione, un cambio.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that...
Barella! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Neymar. And that's been intercepted. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Politano picks it up out wide. Lovely feet.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Foden. Spread out to the left. And it's Neymar. Well, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. DiMarco. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Oh, sweet feet. Politano could try cutting inside here. Oh, super ball. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Fagioli.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
And here's Fagioli. Now it's Luis Araujo. Messi. Real chance! Oh, what about that? Late in the day, this could well be it. There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out? What? And we're done. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Messi claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We stand for the national anthem of Poland.
And this is now today's lineup.
This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
I think he gets a terrible raw deal these days. It's deemed old-fashioned, outdated, but in truth, with the right personnel, it works just as well as any other system or formation. Success can still be had with it, and teams are still winning big trophies with exactly this setup.
So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect all-round striker. Not least because he can finish equally well with both feet, Peter. It's not all about his finishing, though. He's always on the shoulder, looking for that ball in behind, and that prevents the opposition defence from getting too high or, indeed, getting too comfortable.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Passing is crisp and sharp. There they go, hunting in packs. Cash. Piontek! Piontek! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
They've played it short. Drives it in. There's the shot! It's loose now, and they want this time, surely! Now, who's going to be first to this? It's going to be another corner, I think. Szymanski goes short. Oh, that's neat. Quick look, then plays it in. And now they can spring out of defence. Foden. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
That's Szymanski. Not the most accurate pass. Pressing high and with purpose. Kivior makes the interception. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Messi. Luis Araujo. Zalewski.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Out to the left it goes. Still goalless. Fired deep towards the back post. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Pass somewhat off target. Foden. Turns back here, probably the best option. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. It's a really well-measured ball. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Spread out to the left. Luis Araujo. Luis Araujo. Oh, this is a terrific run. Quality ball. Great defending, strong and determined. Tries to play it through. It's a goal kick. Szymanski. Looking for the run. And this is Lewandowski. Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Zalewski. Neither side giving way. It has been tight.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Climbs up big! Goal! Poland! Devoid of any complexity, but boy, was that certain.
Oh, it's a fantastic assist as well, Peter. Delivered at pace, the diversion, that's all that was needed.
Minutes is number 9, Robert Lewandowski.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Threads one in. Real chance! Foden. And it's Kane. Now it's Messi.
That's going in strongly.
Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Cash. And here's Lewandowski. Can he get on the end of this? No, it's come to nothing. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And please welcome our lads to the field.
So off we go once more.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Played back in. Aims beyond the defence. Can he finish? It's bounced back off the post. Now it's Lewandowski. Cash has created one goal already. Now it's Lewandowski. Now it's Zalewski. Kivior. Now it's Zalewski. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. It's a good spell of possession, this. This looks promising. Takes a shot! They want to be quick to recover this.
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Well, that has not gone well. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Zalewski. That's good play. Delivers with... He rises! He's got away with one there.
We're talking about creating a problem for yourself. OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Out to the left it goes. Chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Zalewski actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Myanmar really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Substitution in progress.
And that's definitely not his best. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Crossbar comes to the rescue. Great effort, he flew in with courage.
Well, he can't be accused of not being brave, Peter, and his boss will give him the thumbs up, I'm sure.
That pass isn't the best. Great vision. And this is Kane. Kane, shot a goal! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Defending was strong and firm. And now a sudden chance to counter. Poland making consecutive changes here.
Substitution.
Poland couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Out to the right. Cash could try cutting inside here. Luis Araujo, and it's Messi. He's through here. He's having a shot! Goal! There seemed no way back, but they are level. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Number 18, Lionel Messi! Lionel Messi! Lionel Messi!
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Now it's Messi. Opts for safety. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Now it's Frankowski. Zielinski. And the ball is out of play. Time for a change in personnel.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Number 44, Fagioli. Coming on to replace him is number 23.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Luis Araujo. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And this is Messi. He is just caressing the ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Spread it left.
Has been indicated.
It's Frankowski. Crosses it into the area.
Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper.
But there's going to be another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Number 27, Bruno Enrique.
Messi. Played into space. Great chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Zielinski. So that's it. It is all over. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my
And
co-commentator,
if you do
Jim
have a chance
Beglin.
today, please
A
take
very
some
good
time
evening
out
to
to
you
give
all.
your support to our Better Stadium Fund.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And here is the national anthem of Chile.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Well, we're on the way. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Harry Kane. He's a deadly finisher, Peter, obviously, but he can contribute much more than that for his team. He's got the physical presence to hold the ball up and the awareness to bring pretty much everyone else into play. His best attributes, however, might be his enthusiasm, his energy, and his desire to win, because those things become infectious to others.
Vargas! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Eduardo Vargas is offering a wry smile there. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's on it, can he get away? Stood up well to him there. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Kane. Now DiMarco. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That ball looks a good one. He's in space and looking for options. And he's well positioned here. Has a shot! No, he's missed it.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
DiMarco. Foden. That's a good ball out wide. Luis Araujo. Now it's Kane. It's Kane! Oh, what has happened here? Kane! Smashing delivery, just didn't do enough with it.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Yeah, the tempo is strong and the game has flair and lots of potential for me.
Kane, and he's been shifted off it. And it's made its way to him. That's a super give and go. And he's had a hit! Vidal's cross. Donnarumma claims it without any fuss. Luis Araujo. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that's put paid to a promising move. And here's Vargas. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep. Here's the header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. Now, can they get him away? Can he latch on to this? Oh, that's nice. And it's Vidal. Foden can get it clear. Messi. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And Bastoni. Foden. That has not gone well. Threads one in. There's the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Punched away. Swept in. Nil-nil, but nevertheless a very decent game. Knocks it into space. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Nicely weighted ball. He can get that clear. Cross into the box. Good read, needed to be. Shapes to shoot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's a really well-measured ball. Vidal. And he's forced to go back. And played cross-field, changing the point of attack. And here's Vargas.
Se agregará un minuto al tiempo reglamentario.
Vidal. This looks promising. He's in a great position here. And he's there to get it away. Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here. 0-0 at the break.
Los futbolistas ya están entrando al campo de juego.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Could move up a gear here. Spread it left. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Luis Araujo. Fagioli. Sends it crossfield. Looking for the run. He is just caressing the ball. Hangs one in. Defending of the desperate variety. Shot could be on, and he's onside. Played in.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them.
Cambio en Chile. Número 15. Lo reemplazará número 22.
Bastoni. DiMarco. And it's DiMarco. Now Foden. And it's Fagioli. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Vidal. Turns back here, probably the best option. Vidal. That has been slung wide. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And this is Vidal. And this is Var. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve. And one more try! They've done it! And late in the day, a telling moment.
There was this feeling that the game was petering out, but credit for never losing their focus despite things not going as planned. Now comes the question, will they stick or twist?
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Chile making another change here.
Cambio en Chile. Número 14.
Chile have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Now it's Messi. Some good persistent defending here. Now it's Kane. And it's Kane. Looking to play him in.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Aranguis. And no, he's seen through all of that. Fagioli. And this is Messi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Vargas. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Can he get it through? Gets into some space. And it's Aranguis. And he's chosen to go back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
He's gone for goal! He has hit that forcefully.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Cambio en Chile. Número 25.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their
Número
benches.
10, Alexis Sánchez. Se está realizando un cambio.
Foden. Moments left, barely that, to avoid a shock defeat now. Barella. Now Foden. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
Se van a jugar 2 minutos de compensación.
Oh, that's fabulous. Played into the box. And it's claimed by the keeper. We are into overtime. Barella. Can he get on the end of this? It's come to nothing. And that is that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I've been in this position myself, and this will be difficult to take. They did everything right but score, but at least I suppose they can reflect on a few positives from this one.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
And this is now today's
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I really like the look of this guy, Federico Di Marco. He reminds me all the time of a frustrated winger. That position didn't quite work out for him. And now, as a fullback, he can't resist any opportunity to get forward and assist with what's going on up front. He really does add an extra dimension to this attack.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. Well, we're on the way. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now he's off and running.
Foden.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Played out to the right. Tries to play it through. And it's made its way to him. And a chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
They've played it short. And it's played in. He's a sharp little ball here. Bastoni gets good distance on it. Chanatip. Nice sequence of passes, this. He's in space and looking for options. Deep cross. Fagioli with the clearance.
Thailand really are making good use of that right-hand side. The light is very much the colour green. Look, it's the width that's providing this momentum, and they look set to further exploit. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call. They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Luis Araujo. First quarter of an hour gone. Passing is crisp and sharp. Great ball and takes a shot! There's a goal! First blood drawn. A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Oh, good spread. Gets into some space. And that's... Chanatip! And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Now it's Luis Araujo. And that was very necessary. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Chanatip. Looking for the run.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Defending of the desperate variety. Rolls it backwards. Threads one in. It's a promising position. Cleared away. It's out for a goal kick. Fagioli. Now Foden. And it's DiMarco. And it's DiMarco. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
Good ball, that too.
Now DiMarco. Foden. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Myanmar can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Can he get it through? The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Luis Araujo. Foden. Shifted it to the flank. And nicely intercepted. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Chanatip. Out towards the flank. DiMarco. Fagioli. Luis Araujo. Now it's Messi. And this is Kane. The ball has bounced loose now. And Bastoni. Luis Araujo. And the referee brings the first half to a close. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. And this is Kane. Now it's Luis Araujo. The ball swung in. Big header! Oh, the ball's come loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Cross deflected over the goal line for a corner. Oh, that's a brilliant save! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Kane is offering a wry smile there.
Up he goes! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Knocks it into space. Always onto this. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Bastoni. Fagioli. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Still just a single goal between the sides. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. This looks promising. Oh, that's fabulous. And the shot! That has ended up in no man's land. That has been slung wide. Chanatip, he's in a great position here. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I think it's pretty clear. The message is to get the job done, and the sooner the better.
Look at the space here. Shot, surely!
Thailand really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Big chance to get at them. He is through here. It's an early cross. And he gets rid in a hurry. Kane.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, that's a key interception. Foden. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. And it's Fagioli. Oh, this looks promising. Got to make this count. Some resolute defending there. And this is Messi. Now it's Luis Ara. There's the shot! Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
75 minutes played. Luis Araujo. Great vision. And he's picked it up out wide. That's very neat.
Thailand really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
It's a promising position. Nice control. The ball goes in. Keeper has taken decisive action. In again. He rises! So close to drawing level.
What a chance. It looked to me like he just changed his mind at the last second there.
Substitution on the field. Number 44.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Yeah, I think he's trying to stay one step ahead of his opponents here, maintain the upper hand, so to speak. I can see that.
1-0 as we head towards the end. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Can he get on the end of this? Played with finesse. And that has been knocked clear.
Myanmar can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Good ball, good take. Oh, well played, well played. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
And he was quick to react. Keep the ball and you win the... Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Messi picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Myanmar really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
On the road outside the stadium.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And here is the national anthem of Chile. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
So it's down to business here. So Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, this guy, Donnarumma, is someone who's been predestined for greatness, Peter, and he hasn't disappointed. Immense in terms of shot stopping, we know that, but I think his distribution has also improved, and it needed to, although he likes to keep it quite safe and simple.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Now the ball in. And it's hoisted clear. Can he get it through? Fagioli. Kane. Now, what about a counter-attack? Floated through. Thinks about the shot. Spread neatly. Fagioli. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Just eases him off the ball. And Bastoni. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Eduardo Vargas. Good ball, good take. Shot could be on. Now this could be a chance. And he lines up a cross. And the keeper gets his hands on it.
That's well played. He knew he had to mop that up.
And claimed it back swiftly. Now it's Messi. And he's gone looking for safety. Foden. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, I think that move, Pete...
Vargas! Oh, he's been caught napping. No way through, so back it comes. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him. It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Fagioli. And it's Kane. Now it's Messi. Now it's Kane. Now it's DiMarco. Vidal. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And he's had it nicked away.
Kane really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because...
And he's had a hit! No, not quite.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Fagioli. Foden. Bastoni. And here's Vargas.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
That's a shade optimistic. And a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Now it's Vargas. Oh no, that was never going to make it. Vidal. Threads one in. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Half-time getting close now. Played out to the left flank. Oh, he's found support out wide. And he was alert to it. Over to the left, and the counter is on. That's going right the way across. They get a throw in. DiMarco, he is through here. In by DiMarco. That'll be a corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Some first-half thoughts?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. There's the start of the second half.
Myanmar really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
Vidal. And Maripan. And it's Vidal. And this is Vargas. It's a really well-measured ball. Foden. Well, they can break here. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vidal. Now, can they get him away? There's the header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. That's a decent clearance. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Chance for a shot! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! The breakthrough arrives at last! You just know there is no stopping that.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Cambio en Chile. Número 15.
So we have our breakthrough.
Número 22.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
And the pass is intercepted.
La cantidad de
Kane,
espectadores de este partido
passing is crisp
fue de
and sharp.
80.314.
Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Foden. DiMarco puts them all in. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to make this one safe.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. That's a good ball out wide. He's looking wide. It's played through for him. It's gone out for a throw-in. Chile making consecutive changes here.
Cambio en Chile. Número 25. Entrada al campo. Número 10.
It's
Alexis
come through and he's had a
Sánchez.
quick look inside. Pings it across.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Now that looks a decent ball. Gets into some space. There's the shot! Oh, taken with style! Chile are all square! That was a given. It always was.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence. They were made to look a little lost in all honesty.
Alexis Sánchez.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
So there's going to be another change here.
Cambio en Chile. Número 14.
That
Número
has
ocho.
certainly made things interesting.
Vidal.
Well, that certainly raised the temperature in here, and both sides are looking to up their
Número
game
21.
accordingly.
DiMarco. Kane. That has been slung wide. Nicely weighted ball. Opts to play it back. It's Kane! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Aranguis bops him off it and wins back the ball. Luis Araujo. Now it's Messi. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Myanmar clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
DiMarco. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
He's shifting through the gears here. Great vision. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Big header! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
He's a sharp little ball here. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Se agregarán
Board
3
shows there
minutos
will
al
be
tiempo
3
reglamentario.
extra minutes. And it's DiMarco. Referee's given a throw.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Aranguis. Now it's Sanchez. Aranguis. Alexis Sanchez. And that is that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Your final thoughts, Jim?
A rather flat performance for me when we expected something a lot stronger. I think they thought the win would just come to them, and it didn't.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Que el personal de seguridad de cada sección se presente inmediatamente en la sala de personal.